When people talk about human uniqueness, there are a few features that tend to come up time and time again. The first of these has to do with the ecology. So humans live on every habitat on the planet. And actually, because of the International Space Station, we have a habitat outside of the planet as well. This is actually a pretty remarkable achievement when you compare it to other organisms. So other organisms, like ants, also live in lots of different habitats. But the way that they do this is by becoming different species. So you have a species of desert ants and a species of jungle ants. But we don't do that. We're all one human species. How do we pull this off? Well, the second feature that comes up a lot when we talk about human uniqueness has to do with culture. Human culture is unique. It's complex. It's a body of knowledge that's greater than the sum of its parts, comprised of different languages, different ways of being, different social norms, like whether you wear your shoes inside the house or not. And all of this is refined and accumulates and is passed down from generation to generation. Now, the third thing that people often talk about has to do with language, which really is one big key to this puzzle. Through language, which again, in the human world, it's an order of magnitude more complicated and complex than other animal communication, we have the ability to express an infinite number of thoughts. We have the ability to use recursion and refer to things by themselves. And these are all unique features of human languages. And those are ways in which we can actually pass down the cultural information that allows us to live in all these different ecologies. Now, typically, the list ends here. But I actually think there's a fourth feature that's just as important and just as critical to our success as a species. And that is childhood. Humans are actually the only primate that experiences a period of development called childhood. Now, this might surprise you because you think, well, a chimpanzee is born and then they become an adult. Somewhere in there, they're probably a child, right? But human childhood is unique. It is an extended period of dependence on adults to help protect you and furnish you with resources. For chimpanzees, soon after they stop breastfeeding, so soon after they're weaned, they're actually able to pretty much go out independently and forage for themselves. Now compare that to a human infant who's weaned, like my son who's 1. He cannot take care of himself. He's definitely dependent on me for his care, and he will be for quite a while longer. And it's this period of time after weaning, but before independence, that we refer to as childhood. And it's a really special period of time specific to humans that many people argue is specifically designed for learning. It is a remarkably flexible and sensitive period of development. Consider the fact that a human infant born today can be raised in basically any human household and have all the psychological skills necessary to become a competent adult in that culture. Everything's there. And that amount of plasticity is really rather interesting and rather unique to humans. And so today, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about this early period of time, because in addition to its flexibility, it's also extremely sensitive. And there are lots of things that are happening during this period of time that have really large consequences for later life outcomes. So hopefully today you'll join me on a little bit of a tour through some of these things that maybe we don't reflect on too much, our likes and dislikes and social relationship. And let's think a little bit about how those things have been shaped by our early experiences.